Hey there, camera enthusiasts! Exciting times ahead as Sony is rumored to drop their next big release, the highly anticipated Sony A7 V. If you're as curious as we are about what's coming next from Sony's legendary A7 series, stick around because we're diving deep into all the rumors, leaks, and what you can expect from this powerhouse of a camera. And before we get into all the juicy details, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss out on the latest news, especially if you're on the lookout for your next camera upgrade. Now, let's talk rumors. The Sony A7 V is generating some serious buzz online. According to various leaks, we might be looking at a 44-megapixel full-frame BSI CMOS sensor. This would be a major upgrade in speed and performance compared to the A7 IV. This new sensor might not just be about resolution. It could also bring significant improvements in low-light sensitivity, dynamic range, and overall image sharpness. Imagine being able to capture stunning details even in the harshest lighting conditions. Some sources even speculate that the A7 V will have improved autofocus, possibly with an AI-driven tracking system for both photo and video, giving it a serious edge for wildlife and sports photographers. On top of that, there's talk of 4K 60 FPS video capabilities with the possibility of no crop, which is huge for content creators. Some even say that we might see 8K video recording, though that's still just speculation. But with rumors, it's always good to keep a bit of skepticism until we get official confirmation from Sony. When it comes to Sony's autofocus systems, they've been ahead of the game for years, and if they integrate AI into the A7 V, it could set a new benchmark for mirrorless cameras. AI-driven autofocus could mean not just faster but smarter focusing, potentially predicting movements more accurately and locking onto subjects with unparalleled precision. Imagine shooting fast-paced action scenes where the camera almost feels like it's reading your mind, staying locked onto your subject no matter how unpredictable the motion is. Whether you're a wildlife photographer or someone who loves capturing spontaneous moments on the street, this could be a game-changer. When can we expect this beast of a camera? Well, if the latest rumors are accurate, the Sony A7 V could be officially announced between late October and early November 2024. That's just a few months away, and given that Sony has a history of making big announcements toward the end of the year, this timeframe seems highly plausible. So, for those of you considering an upgrade, now is the perfect time to start planning ahead. Now, let's talk pricing. While nothing is confirmed yet, experts are predicting that the Sony A7 V will likely land somewhere between $2,500 and $3,000. This would keep it in line with the pricing of its predecessor, the A7 IV, and make it competitive against full-frame models from brands like Canon and Nikon. This pricing strategy also makes sense, given that Sony will be looking to appeal to professional photographers, videographers, and enthusiasts alike. If you've been saving up for a big upgrade, now's the time to make sure your budget is ready for this powerhouse. Keep in mind that Sony cameras typically hold their value well, so investing in a flagship model like the A7 V could give you solid, long-term returns, whether you're a hobbyist or working professional. Let's dive into some of the rumored specs. The 44-megapixel sensor seems to be one of the major upgrades here, which would allow for incredibly detailed images, even when cropping. Think about shooting a landscape and being able to zoom in on small details without losing quality. That's where the higher resolution will really shine. It's also expected to feature Sony's latest AI-based autofocus system, similar to what we've seen in their A6700 model, giving you incredibly accurate subject tracking and real-time eye autofocus, even in video mode. On the video side, the A7 V could offer 4K video recording at 60 frames per second with 10-bit color depth, which is a dream come true for videographers looking for more flexibility in post-production. And the possibility of no crop in 4K recording would make this camera an absolute powerhouse for hybrid shooters. There's also talk of 8K video capabilities, though that remains unconfirmed. Other rumored features include a dual-card slot for CFX Press Type A and SD cards, and 5-axis in-body image stabilization for smoother handheld shots. A dual-card slot setup could be a major advantage for professionals who need to ensure data redundancy. If you're shooting an important event like a wedding or a live performance, the last thing you want is to lose your footage or photos due to card failure. With this setup, you'll have peace of mind knowing your files are safely backed up in real time. In addition to that, CFX press cards are known for their fast read-write speeds, which would complement the rumored higher resolution sensor and advanced video capabilities. This means faster file transfers and less downtime during shoots, which can be critical for professionals working on tight deadlines. Now, let's take a closer look at how the Sony A7 V might stack up against its competitors, starting with the Canon EOS R6 Mark II. Canon's R6 Mark II has been praised for its low-light performance and fast autofocus. It comes with a 24.2 megapixel full-frame sensor, which is lower in resolution compared to the rumored 44 megapixel sensor of the A7 V. But Canon's dual-pixel autofocus system is one of the best in the business, especially for still photography. Additionally, the R6 Mark II offers 4K video at 60 frames per second, but it does come with a slight crop when shooting at that frame rate. Where Canon excels is in color science and overall image quality, which many photographers love for portrait and wedding photography. However, with the Sony A7 V higher resolution and potential AI-enhanced autofocus, the A7 V might appeal more to those looking for higher detail and cutting-edge autofocus performance. On the video side, the R6 Mark II has 10-bit 4:2:2 internal recording, which is great for color grading, but the potential for uncropped 4K video on the A7 V could give it the edge for videographers. Canon does, however, offer in-body image stabilization and impressive dynamic range, which could level the playing field. Ultimately, it might come down to whether you prioritize resolution and video performance or Canon's color science and autofocus. Now, let's talk about Nikon's latest contender, the Nikon Z6 Mark III. Nikon has always been known for its solid build quality and excellent ergonomics, and the Z6 Mark III continues that tradition. It's expected to feature a 24.5 megapixel sensor, which again is lower than the rumored 44 megapixel on the Sony A7 V. But Nikon's sensor tech has been evolving quickly, so don't underestimate its capabilities. One of the Z6 Mark III's strengths is its rumored improved low-light performance and dual X-speed processors, which should make it faster and more responsive, especially when it comes to autofocus and continuous shooting. Nikon has also reportedly improved the video capabilities of the Z6 Mark III, possibly offering 4K 60 FPS and 10-bit video internally, similar to what we expect from the Sony A7 V. Where Nikon might struggle is in autofocus. Sony's AI-based autofocus system could be a game-changer, especially if the A7 V can track subjects more accurately in challenging conditions. However, Nikon's focus on image quality and dynamic range is a big selling point, particularly for landscape and portrait photographers. With the competition heating up, it's clear that the Sony A7 V will have to offer some groundbreaking features to stand out, and based on these rumors, it just might do that. Whether you're a photographer, a videographer, or a hybrid shooter, the A7 V could be the camera you've been waiting for. From its rumored 44 megapixel sensor to possible AI-powered autofocus, it's shaping up to be a significant upgrade from its predecessor. If you found this video helpful and you're excited about the potential of the Sony A7 V, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates on this and other camera releases. And if you want to support the channel further, feel free to hit the super thanks button. It's a great way to help us keep delivering the latest tech news and reviews to you here at Blitz. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.